Welcome back to The Road. Spanning half the realm of Dawning, The Road is a Dwarven mega project ordered by the Plank of Love. It may be insane, but who are we to question the will of Dwarven nobles? Welcome back to Camp 1 of The Road. We left off last time in Dance Torches, and we are about to place the first stone of The Road. Toulon, our mining foreman, is about to take the honors, and there we go. The first section of road is done. After so much prep work, it is very nice to have some road done. And of course, moving forward, you can't build a road without breaking a few health and safety codes. These two knuckleheads found a way to build themselves into the bridge, and there's also been another cave-in. I'll remind you that our last cave-in injured and ultimately killed one of our dwarves, Catton, who's memorialized in the road now. Oh, by the gods. It's Duck who caused the cave-in. Duck migrated from my northern outpost, the Island of Heroes, to work on the road. A little concussion would be a good reminder to take safety seriously next time, I suppose, So I hope that Duck remembers not to channel blindly. Let's just take a second to admire the falling leaves in the autumn here. In fact, I think this should be every autumn. We just admire the falling leaves. Yeah, so the road is starting to come together, and honestly, quite quickly. As autumn comes to an end, the dwarves have finished up the last ramp, just on the northern end of camp. So that means the final section of road is going in. Okay, and there we go. That was very quick. Everything is placed, so we have the first road section complete. It's nothing too incredible yet. So we'll have to start finding ways to, balance out the function and form here, make it look a little better than just mudstone blocks, but here we go, we've got a road. Yeah, so I guess it's time to move on. Camp 1 is going to be packed up and moved north. Initially we thought maybe we would be able to bring the resources to Camp 2, but that's not looking possible. We have all of these resources left, and I think that the very best, and probably the only idea that came to the dwarves' minds, is a tavern. The dwarves are going to build a tavern. 100%. All these extra supplies, forget the rest of the road. We're building a tavern right now. Most of all, it will provide some much-needed escape from the constant drizzle of dwarf blood. So the dwarves have been drinking blood-tinged water for forever, I guess. Thankfully, water is their backup beverage. They prefer booze, but yeah, I didn't really think about the consequences of dwarf blood rain and pond water. So, cannibals? Liquid cannibals? I don't know. It's not, not by choice, but not great. While the blood-tinged stagnant ponds have been sufficient for now, a tavern has health codes to think about, so Toulon is going to oversee the operation to drain a few ponds into a tank to keep the water a little less disgusting. Alright, so next, the dwarves are going to finally get an upgrade from the terrible dormitory life from back at camp. Each bedroom will be furnished with a chest, bed, and cabinet. Frankly, luxurious considering their accommodations before now. We've kind of gone for a stacking situation so that one staircase can lead to 2 bedrooms, and then every other floor has its own doors rather than staircase, but pretty well appointed rooms all in all, so that's great. So by the time the well was finished and the bedroom started, another autumn had passed, and the tavern is getting close to completion. Let's look here. The main level is nearly ready to be filled up with tables, chairs, alcohol. So we've named the tavern the Fruit of Glaze, which sounds like the first thing the drunken tavern keeper thought of. Yeah, the Fruit of Glaze. And boy howdy, there are some snowstorms. Blizzards, in fact. Dwarf blood-soaked blizzards. We don't fully have our tavern roof finished, and we don't really want blood-soaked snow in here, so we're gonna have to finish the roof. Safety standards can wait for a minute. What could go wrong? That is what could go wrong. Litist, our broker, and a kitten were nearly killed while felling a tree. A kitten. Man, I feel bad now. Alright, Litist, come warm your bones by the fire. Oh, shoot. There's no fire. And also no chairs or tables. Alright, let's fix that. That's better. We added some tables, and some kitchens, and some chairs. There's no fireplace, but I think the kitchens will provide some warmth. Maybe we could put in a big furnace or something someday. I don't know. Yeah, before we leave, we're gonna finish upstairs, but the tavern is feeling good now. Upstairs will be a part temple for travelers and part museum for future tourists. It may be wishful thinking that we'll have a museum dedicated to the road someday, but we can do what we want, and for now we'll just put our most valuable stuff in there, and hopefully we'll see it in the future and it doesn't get stolen by some drunk dwarf or goblin or whatever. The Fruit of Glaze would be the last true comfort for some time. So, the Road of Towers Company reflected on their time in Dance Torches with fondness. The rest of the road was yet to be built, so they needed all the strength they could gather. Next time, we will leave the warmth of the Fruit of Glaze and set off with a small crew of 7 dwarves to scout out the next section of wilderness. After my last video about how, why, and where we're building the road, I got a load of great ideas in the comments. First of all, it's a landslide. We're going east. I called this the dangerous route, which is my assumption, but we're gonna have to find out how dangerous it is. The human necromancer tower is 100% causing the weather, I believe, and let's hope there aren't too many corpses walking around, but that's the fun of it. A few of you mentioned mining under mountain ranges and using the caverns for roads. Honestly, I agree. That is a fantastic idea, and it could save some time rather than bypassing that mountain range if we run into one. Other ideas included harbors, quarries, just generally a silk road for dwarves, so we're 100% going to be doing as much as we can. I agree that in order to be a village, outpost, fortress along the road, you need to add to the trade of the road. Thanks for all the support so far. I'm going to keep making these videos as much as I can, and keep commenting and giving ideas. I love it, and I'll definitely incorporate as many as I can. Get your raincoats, my friends. I'd hate for you to ruin your clothes with blood, and we'll see you next time on the road. The Long Plank of Love. That road. Yep, that one.